Hey guys, what's up? My name's Borland. It's been a little while since I've posted a video on this channel. I've been, posting different bits of music I've been working on, but I haven't really had this like face-to-face, sit in front of the camera, work on music sort of video. And really the reason for that has been, I've just been focusing on goals that I've been wanting to achieve this year. I've got goals that I wanted to release more public music. I wanted to dive deeper into the trailer stuff and try, landing more placements, which thankfully at this point has already happened, from different sound design placements to, some of the bigger theatrical trailers I've been fortunate enough to land. It's been a busy year for me, and I just haven't put nearly as much time into this, but I didn't want to give up on it either. I think I have a good excuse to kind of come here and, make a new video and talk to you guys and show you what I've been working on. So really today I want to do, a walkthrough on a new sample library that just came out today. It's called Abandoned, and it's like a horror sample toolkit, essentially. It's got all sorts of, things that you might need to write horror music, horror trailer music, from cool signature sounds to, hits, risers, downers, different effects from like cellos and stringed instruments. We've got drones that, I've recorded with my bass, or, my partner Jake, he's the other half of the sample pack. He went ahead and recorded a lot of things with all sorts of interesting instruments around his studio. So we have this new sample pack we put together. This sample pack was developed by me and my buddy Jake Dijak. Jake Dijak is a composer, sound designer. Jake's kind of doing the same thing that I'm doing as far as trailer music and all that's concerned. He's had credits in things such as Venom, Let There Be Carnage. The Desperate Hour was another movie he did the trailer music for. And then he's also done, various TV stuff. He's done some ad spots for Apple TV, and so he's got a few credits under his belt. We came together and we wanted to, to make horror music. Actually, that's kind of how this whole thing came about. Started writing a horror album together. It was going to be like a, just an album of us. We started making up a bunch of our own, sounds and sound design for the album. We wanted to really bring some more unique sounds to our music, so we wanted, or the best way to come up with fresh, unique sounds is to kind of just make them yourself. So we did that. We kind of compiled this folder of a bunch of different sounds, and we pulled from it, and we basically wrote an album's worth of, horror music from all our interesting sounds and whatnot. By the time we finished this album and got it out with the publisher, we had all these sounds left over, and we were thinking of what to do with them, and ultimately we decided that it would be cool to narrow it down to our favorites and make a sample pack out of it and kind of release it into the world. Anyways, that's kind of what today's video is going to be about. So really what I've got here is I've got a short little demo track I've written with Abandoned. Yeah, we'll take a listen to it. So if you look at my session right here, you'll see all these blue tracks, or all these tracks I have colored in blue. Those are all sounds from the sample pack. So everything in here, or the majority of this track, is made from the sample pack. And then all these other things you see underneath here are just layering tools or whatever. So these are sounds I've pulled from my other sample pack. So I've got a little bit of induction in here. I've got tantrum. I've got some of my risers from Escalate. And then some of the ASTS stuff that we did. We had a product called Blackened Friday. So I pulled some hits and impacts from that to just kind of help layer in with this song. So really the thing I like about this Abandoned sample pack is there's such a variety in there that you can almost write full cues with what's in there, which is a reason why I think it's going to be a really powerful tool for composers writing this genre. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead, let's take a listen, and then I'll dig into what the sample pack has in it. We'll open up the folders and I'll kind of show you how it's laid out and what to expect when you pick up a copy. So let's go. So there you go. There is the demo track I wrote using this sample pack. So let's go ahead, let's dive in right now and open up an instance, or not an instance, but let's open up the folder that contains this sample pack. Okay, so here you go. So when you open it up, you're basically, it's pretty straightforward. You have, a simple, end user license agreement, and then from there it's just the samples folder. So we have this broken up into all these different categories, bass, breaks and cracks, cello design, all the way down to ticks. If you've purchased any sample packs from me in the past, same kind of layout, just the sounds themselves. There's not like a contact engine or anything behind this. It's just kind of straightforward, drag and drop the samples. That's personally how I like to work a lot. I think Jake's kind of the same way. So we just kind of keep it simple and very easy to just listen, preview the sounds, drag them in, and get to town. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'll preview a few just so you can kind of see what they sound like, and just kind of a random order. Obviously we won't be showing everything because you got to buy the pack to get everything, but we'll give you kind of a good indicator of what to expect. So let's just start with the bass bow sounds. I think those snaps are pretty useful, just those. I think that might be from a cello, it sounds like it, Jake was just smacking the bow to the strings, or that's what it sounds like to me. That kind of stuff's really useful, especially right now in modern horror music. It's a lot of these short string, creepy plucks and ticks and things like that. So those kind of sounds are always useful to throw in your music. Let's jump down to some of the cello design stuff. I find this stuff pretty unique. Start with some of the ricochets. Let's listen to some of the risers. I feel like the risers are really cool. They're not so much like your typical hybrid risers or anything. They're more string-based risers, so they sound really freaky and perfect for the genre. And I oftentimes like, if I'm writing a piece of music that's more leaning like tension, borderline horror, sometimes I like throwing these types of risers in there and maybe layering them with more traditional risers. So it's just this wall of, rising tension. But this is what this sounds like. Perfect. I feel like we need more of those types of sounds out in the sample library world. What else? Let's check out some of the drones real quick. So, cool drones, cool atmospheres, things that kind of sound a little uneasy, a little eerie, Let's end this with some ticks, though. I'll show you some ticks. I like a lot of these, socket clock sounds. And so a lot of these are, mapped out. You got 60 BPM and 120 BPM. That's nice for, just dragging and dropping in, almost like a loop. A lot of times I like dragging them in and then taking out my favorite sound and building my own rhythms out of them. But I'm finding that sound is particularly useful, and I tend to be using it in a lot of stuff. I use it in a lot of neoclassical music, I've noticed too, that specific sound. But yeah, that's kind of the layout, Without showing you everything, this is kind of a good layout of what to expect. There's folders full of different sounds. It's available now. If you're seeing this, it's available now. So it'll be on its intro sale of $39 for the first week, and then after that it will go up to $49 for the pack. Yeah, I'll leave links to it down below. Check it out. If you think you need some fresh new horror sounds, please consider picking up a copy. That would help out a lot. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.